There's no surprise that we're having a ceremony for Isaac as a two-star general today. The Johnson family is an impressive family. Isaac himself is a third-generation warrior for our nation. Isaac will take command of the United States Army's Civil Affairs and Psychological Operations Command. More than 3/4 of the civil affairs capability of our nation will be under his command. About 2/3 of our psychological operations, thousands of troops under his authority. It's a significant command.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Army, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Brigadier General Isaac Johnson. In view of these special qualities and his demonstrated potential to serve in the higher grade, Brigadier General Isaac Johnson is promoted to the permanent grade of Major General.
Therefore, I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim this day, August the 6th, 2022, as Major General Isaac Johnson Jr. Day in the City of Houston. This will be forever your day.
Major General, it is a pleasure to present to you this resolution and flag that has been flown over the United States Congress, the Capitol. Democracy reigns because of men and women like this. A flag of the United States. Thank you, and I salute you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Isaac Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This dream all started, in short, when I got a letter in the mail in 1986. And it read in part, earn enough money to buy a car over the summer. Well, as a 17-year-old kid still in high school, I thought this was a great opportunity to buy a car before my senior year of high school. So on June 6, 1986, I joined as Private E1 and shipped to basic training. Some years later, my mom would share that she was 100% convinced that the Army's gonna send me back in a couple of weeks. Yeah. I actually was the honor graduate from basic training and was promoted to Private E2. And my purpose of joining the military, which started as money to buy a car, grew into a deep love of country and a deep appreciation of those who have come before me, and the love of the military profession of arms. After many late nights, due to being away from the home, from civilian work and multiple military deployments, I joined the team at TDECU, becoming its first general counsel. Later, I was promoted to Chief Risk Officer, then Chief Administrative Officer, and Chief Diversity Officer. Years later, the Board of Directors, some of them who are representing here today, appointed me as President and CEO. Thank you for entrusting me with TDECU. Even though I'm living my dream, and I'm very thankful to God, I have not stopped dreaming. You know, many of you may know that my mother passed last month. She was my biggest cheerleader. And she was the one who signed a waiver for me to enlist in the Army as E1 at the age of 17 years old. And I'll tell you, so last month, you know, during one of her toughest days of battling cancer, I visited with her that night and whispered into her ear that I had been nominated for a 2-star general. With the remaining strength that she had, she smiled and squeezed my hand. And, you know, it was just that moment. I am so blessed she received this news before her passing days later. I know you're looking down on me. In closing, first, to my beautiful wife and family, thank you for your sacrifices and the many leaders that are here today. I am sorry I missed birthdays, sporting events, and wasn't there when you was probably having a tough day. There is a Bible verse that has guided my footsteps and careers. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? Who will go for us? And I said, here am I, send me.